that you are all doing absolutely wonderful on this Friday evening on 10th. I had to look. I'm still in another day and another time. But hello, Jason. Please comment if you do come in. We'd love to say hello to you. Hello, Jason. Happy New Year. Not Merry Christmas, but yes, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Today we are going, and whoever else has joined in, please hit me with a like and let me know who's on. I can't see who it is. So just please say hello. Today, I coach a lot of clients through my work with both Network for Good, and I have a growing consulting basis, coaching basis of my own. And one of the things that we have been talking about is this need to move straight into, look at all the loving. Who's giving me all the loving? Is it move straight into or execution of your fundraising for 2020. And I always say, whoa, stop, let's hold it there. For all of my clients, we have been looking at debriefing their calendar year end. When we had first met back in October, I did a live Facebook video on measuring your calendar year end fundraising effectiveness and actually setting goals for it. I had told you that you should probably look at setting key metric goals around things like donor retention, things like donor upgrades, things like the number of new donors, things like the bottom line revenue streams. So now is the time to take that out and really do a complete analysis of your calendar year end efforts. Look at all the loving that Jason is giving me down there. Just absolutely love it. So, what are some key metrics that you should be looking at? And, maybe you want to give your calendar year end appeal a little bit of time to finish. Probably some of you are still getting gifts in. You are still data entering those gifts into, look at that. Yoo-hoo! Thank you, Jason. Still entering those gifts into your database. However, you want to be looking at things such as growth in overall revenues. You want to be looking at your donor retention rate, your donor acquisition rate through this campaign. How many donors did you upgrade through the process? How many donors have you retained or prevented from lapsing? And then the number of gifts per donor, has that amount actually gone up? I say some of your software systems, like Donor Perfect, have a fundraising effectiveness project program report built right into it. And I'm just trying to see who we have on here and what they're saying, because I just see Jason sending you these red hearts and blue thumbs up stickers. Keep sending them, Jason. And so you can actually pull fundraising effectiveness reports and see many of these benchmarks as you go along. So, yeah, that's an important key metric. Thank you, Jason. You're awesome too. So those are some metrics that you should be keeping your eye on. What are some next steps? You need to prepare a report based upon your analysis of these metrics. So you want to put together a report and prepare that. Historically, and I know the feeling, you have wanted to just move on into the next thing. It's 2020, you've got grants to write, you have other competing interests, but it's very, very important that you stop and you actually reflect on whether or not you met those key metrics that you set out in the beginning of your calendar year end. I have one coaching client alone who brought in 60 new donors as a result of their calendar year end campaign. So it's very, very critical that you analyze, report, and then discuss what you have found as a result of your analysis and how that data can be used for future campaigns as well as next year's calendar year-end campaign. Now, I have a lot of coaching clients who are asking me, what should I be doing now? Well, it is now January the 10th, and some things that you should be thinking about, namely, are the fact that you have done a lot of asking of your donors, right? October, November, December, for some of you, it has been a constant stream of asks to your donors. So now is a really, really good time to be looking at what kinds of stewardship moments can you add into your calendar over the next several months, remembering that for an ask that you make, you should have 3 stewardship moves leading up to that ask. So here are some things that I could recommend to you. I would recommend that if you had some major donors, this might be an appropriate time to send them a handwritten note, or to send them something made by the kids in your programs or services. I would also recommend, this is the time now to prepare your donation summaries for your calendar year, for tax purposes for your donors, particularly those monthly donors who you have not sent an acknowledgement letter to over the last several months. I also recommend that you think about preparing some kind of donor update. You know, I've been saying to my clients, it doesn't need to be a newsletter, but surely something that says, thank you for your giving during calendar year end. Here is what your gifts either have made possible or make possible. So those are some things I recommend. Also, I talk a lot about donor journeys. Look at your new donors, perhaps even look at your lapsed donors, folks who are, new donors are hard to convert, or a new giver are hard to convert into loyal donors. So maybe you want to place them into some kind of engagement stream so that they're going to get a welcome series of emails. If your CRM or your donor management system is able to do drip automations, that's a perfect way of creating a sequence of 5 emails specifically going to be sent to your new donors. Same thing with your lapsed donors. I have one client who was able to do an extraordinary of recapturing a number of lapsed donors. So what I would recommend is that you create some kind of engagement stream so that you are able to take those donors and put them into a re-engagement welcome series. So, you're welcoming them back into the family of giving, into the fold. I would also recommend, again, that you put together your year-end analysis report of your calendar year-end efforts. And for everyone who comments during this live broadcast, whether now or later, I will send you a copy of a stewardship plan template. If you do not have a stewardship plan developed, then it's really critical that you develop a stewardship plan for donors at different giving levels. Let's say, for instance, a donor gives between $0 and $99, or let's say you have a plan giving donor. You have a major gift prospect. What are all the touches that you will use throughout the year to begin to cultivate and steward those particular donors? So for everyone who is on this live, please comment, and I will send you free my template that I have used with many a client over the years on creating a stewardship plan. Also, this is a very, very good time of year to look at all of your data that you have entered and run some data cleanliness reports. So look at and spot check your data to ensure that it has been accurately entered, all of your designations are correct, all of your campaigns are correct, all of your appeals are correct. This is a wonderful time of year when things are a little bit slower to do that. In addition, I've been working with a lot of my coaching clients to talk about what does the rest of the year look like for you. Many smaller clients do not actually have a development plan. If you have a development plan, now is a good time to take it out and obviously be following it and ensuring that it will lead you to eventual success based upon the analysis of your calendar year-end efforts. If you do not have a development plan for 2020, this is the time right now to get that development plan in place. So that's a little wrap up on this time of the year, looking at the effectiveness of your calendar year-end efforts, as well as getting set up for a successful 2020. Those of you who are looking for a coaching session to accelerate your success and to get a taste of what the coaching process is like, I am offering a special, by coaching, 1 hour coaching hour per call is usually $200. So I am offering to you a 1 hour coaching call to, it's called a resolution maker session, to help you make your New Year's resolution for fundraising, whether that's your career or strategic advice, and I will hold you accountable to that resolution throughout the year. Just feel free to hit me with a private message if that is in fact something that you're interested in. But thank you again for being a continual watcher of these Facebook Live videos, and I hope that you found this one particularly helpful and instrumental in your work. Have a great weekend, everyone.